Your beauty isn't a distraction, it's a currency. And here's exactly how to use it. We've been taught to downplay our beauty to be taken seriously. But here's the truth, your beauty opens doors. And your energy, it makes people look. When you pair that with self-worth and strategy, that's soft power. That's influence. That's legacy, wealth, energy. Pretty isn't the goal. Powerful is. But when you combine both, that's next level.
Let me tell you something. Looks matter, okay? They always have and they always will. Don't let nobody convince you otherwise. Humans are very shallow. It's part of our nature, okay? We like to look at beautiful things and we like to look at things that are aesthetically pleasing. Your looks will always matter. It would be amazing if we lived in a world where people didn't judge you based off of what they see, but that's just not the reality. Beauty is currency. You did not create this system and you also cannot dismantle it by yourself. So you might as well play the game. Invest in your appearance. Take care of yourself. Because when you look good, not only are you going to feel good on the inside, but people just treat you better. You get your way when you look good. I'm sorry, I did not create this system, but I am aware of how it works. You need to learn how to use this to your advantage. There is nothing wrong with caring about how you look. It's not about vanity. It's about investing in your appearance. It's never too late to start putting in the effort. When you take care of you, it starts to reflect in your external world.
I know that this is going to rub some people up the wrong way, but I have to talk about this. Pretty privilege is a real thing, and anybody who says it doesn't exist is just spoiled and they want attention and they don't want to acknowledge that life is a little bit easier for them because of how they look. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, I'm Deborah Lyon, the voice of marketing, and you're feeling all things marketing, brand building, business mindset, and sometimes pop culture. So you can see it's in the evening. I just got home from a dinner thing that I went to with a couple of people, and when I tell you, right, and I'm not even trying to be weird, like, I didn't know growing up that I was considered pretty by people. I thought I was just an ugly little girl, nerdy girl, you know. So I never moved through life using my looks because I didn't think they were valuable. Then I became an adult and like literally men would like approach me and women would keep telling me I look pretty, and I'm like, are you sure you're talking to me? You know? So this is me saying from a perspective of someone who didn't know that they even had pretty privilege. But then I look at certain things in my life where I'm like, oh, I went here and I was treated better and I didn't even realize. So for example, the one time I went, I mean, there's a restaurant that I love to go to. And then a friend of mine went with other people, and then she said to me, Labs, this restaurant sucks. And I said, you can't be real. They have the best service, da 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 da. She says, maybe they give you the best service, but we don't get the best service when we go. So I said, okay, look, come with me and let's see how it goes. They came with me, and she was like, it's night and day. Everything you're getting here, we never even got offered. And I was like, but they offer it to everybody. She said, no, they don't. And it never clicked to me because my lived experience at that establishment is that it's the perks. I didn't even know. So it's like small things like that that make your life much easier and you're not even aware of it because to you, that's normal, right? It's normal and you perceive that everybody else is having that, so you don't even know it's pretty privilege. You're assuming it's the standard of the establishment until you meet people who say, no, we don't get treated like that. So all I'm trying to say is that, unfortunately, looks are a currency. You could be pretty in one place and not pretty in another place for women. Not for men. It's a different story with men. It's the currency, but in a different way. And we have to acknowledge that women who are considered pretty get treated differently. And if you're a woman with pretty privilege, I would advise you don't have to, but I would advise you to use that to also uplift other women. Instead of just acting like it doesn't exist and you're some victim because they're saying life is easier for you. Be honest, life is easier. Yes, you have other struggles, but life is easier for you when it comes to certain things. I did not know people struggled with good service at restaurants most of the time, or like bouncers being mean, because I always get treated well. Right? So we have to acknowledge these things and then bring our sisters into our circle when we can. Let me know, do you experience pretty privilege? What are the privileges you have? And when did you realize that you have pretty privilege? Let's talk about it. Mwah.
Beauty is a tool, and it has the power to change your life. That's because beauty provides the same choice and opportunities as money. You can attract better career opportunities, better spouses and partners, all because of how much you pour into yourself. Because when people see that you pour into yourself, they are inclined to come pour into you. People want to help those who help themselves. That's essentially what it is. Unfortunately, this society and large portions of the world are still ran by vanity. The best is usually dispersed to the people who look the best or the people who can contribute the most. If you can't contribute much of anything, meaning if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have a lot of resources, your appearance can get you into places that large sums of money would usually get other people. If you are someone who is not privileged in the financial sense, I would approach beauty from a business perspective. Do not get caught up in vanity, because that is how you get exploited, that's how you get used, and that's how you put yourself in dangerous situations. Once you actually understand how lucrative beauty is, you'll begin to incorporate it into your life naturally. It won't feel so much like a chore, but more like an opportunity to create a better situation for yourself, for your family.
As a woman, your looks are an investment for the opportunities that come your way, the people that you attract in this lifetime, the things that you want to do, and so much more. Time working on your physical health is never a waste of time. It's an investment. Time spent on your hair and makeup is never a waste of time. It's an investment. The way that you dress up is never a waste of time. It is always an investment, because you just never know. All it takes is one person, one time, and one opportunity for your entire life to change. And if you are not feeling your best internally, how can you show up for the opportunity that's genuinely meant for you when you are not ready to receive it? I know I may ruffle some feathers when I say this, but I kid you not, losing 20 pounds, okay? I was 20 pounds heavier like a few months ago. The type of treatment that my heavier self got versus the type of treatment that I'm getting now is literally day and night. The type of opportunities that have come my way now than they did before, day and night. So please don't ever think that all this time that you are spending on yourself is a waste of time, because over time it will pay off. Your looks as a woman are an investment. It's an investment for the type of partner that you attract. It's a type of investment for the types of friends that you attract. It's a type of investment for your future opportunities. So remember, you are feeling your best internally. When you are at a place when you just love the way that you look, you are able to just show up for yourself 100 times more than the person that you were a couple months ago, a couple years ago, when maybe you just weren't taking care of yourself like that.